Hi guys, my name is Ayaz Meshak and I am 8 years old. Guys, this is a very good news. Today is my chachu's birthday and my chachu's name is Hamid, Mr. Hamid Sheikh. Okay, so please wish my chachu a happy birthday. Okay, now today's topic is star death. Okay, there are 4 ways to die a star. Okay, stars can die in 4 different ways, all of which are shown on this page. Is our sun, a typical star which follow the central path, but not yet. It has enough fuel to keep shining for 5 billion years. When larger stars die, they turn hydrogen into heavier chemical elements such as carbon and oxygen, which are later recycled to form new stars and planets. All the atoms in your body were created in this way. 5 billion tons, the weight of 1 teaspoonful of material from the core of a neutral star. Okay, neutral star. Stable star. Every young star goes through a stable phase in the which it shines steadily. Okay guys, you were thinking what does the young star looks like? Okay, now I will talk about that. Look, the young star looks like this. Okay, now you are thinking, where is its stable star? Look, this is the young star, this is the bottom and this is the top. Okay, but the top of the here is the stable star in this. Okay, now and I was yesterday talking about the star birth. Okay, now small star with less than half the mass of the sun fade away. The star begins to feed off hydrogen in its atom sphere, but it doesn't generate enough gravity to use other elements as fuel. So it slowly shrinks to become a black dwarf. This will take far longer than the age of the universe, up to 1 trillion years. Look guys, now you are thinking about what is the small stars looks like. They don't seem like this or a star. Okay, it looks like this, like a sun. It is copy like a sun, but it's called a small star. It's like this, like a sun. You know sun, not day sun, that earth sun, like this. Okay, stars begin to shrink. Look, this is a small star. Okay, when the small star is red and orange mix yellow, the small star is yellow mix red mix orange color. It looks and it lines, you know, lines. Earth has some greeny and watery color like this. Yes, then only the small stars don't have like Earth. Only they look like Earth, but there are red mix yellow mix orange in color. Okay, now star begins to shrink. When the small stars begin to shrink, then it has no lines. It has only orange mix yellow mix red color. Okay, it has no lines like Earth. Light instantly fades as fuels runs out. When the small stars fuels run out, then the small stars will be light, some dark. Okay, star continues to shrink and fade. The small star will be now an old star. Okay, star continues to shrink and fade means the star will be smaller like an old man. Okay, but it will be like old man, old star. Okay, it will be like this smaller, and it will be shrink and dark and not light. Only this light and this percent dark. Light becomes increasingly dim. When look in the earth there is an old man. Okay, so the star has an old man or old woman too, but the old star light begins increasingly dim, means it becomes increasingly dim, black dwarf. Finally its fuel used up and its light extinguished, the star becomes a black dwarf and earth size slender. Okay, look, you have heard a black dwarf planet every time, but it's not a black dwarf, it's a death of a star. Okay, I've tell you now, there are 4 ways to die. Yes, a star. Star death. All stars eventually run out of fuel and die. Most fade away quietly, but the most massive stars self-destruct in a huge explosion that can outshine an entire galaxy. Like Earth, stars generate the force of gravity which squeezes their hot cores. The more matter a star has, the greater the force becomes. The way a star dies depends on how much matter it contains, its mass, and how powerfully its core squeezed by gravity. Stars make heat and light by the process of nuclear fusion. Hydrogen atoms in the core crash together to form helium, releasing energy in small star. When hydrogen in the core runs out, the stars. Okay, you are not hearing, so I am telling you stars. Okay, stars. Changing the star's appearance, the most massive stars are eventually overwhelmed by their own gravity, which crushes them so violently and they collapse into a pinprick, create a black hole. Now, medium stars. When a sun-like star has used up the hydrogen in its core, nuclear fusion spreads outside the core, making the star expand to a red giant. The core collapses until it's hot and dense enough to fuse helium, but eventually it runs out from helium too. Finally, it becomes a white dwarf and its outer layers spread into space as a cloud of debris. Now, star expands. When the star expands, it looks like a protostar. But look, this is the star and this is the star expands. This is the star and this is the like protostar. I don't know what is called. But this will be light and star will be like a earth, like small stars. When the star expands after some days, the star will be like a protostar, real protostar, copy of the protostar. Look, this is the star and this is the like protostar. Okay. Now it has medium, it has a white hole like this, and that is the core. And look, this is the star, this is the white hole, means core, and this is the out layer and this is the star. This is the out layer. Red giant. Nuclear fusion spreads the layer around the core, heating it up and making the star expand. Nearby planets may swallowed up the growing giant. Planetary nebula. Look, guys, you have heard 3 types of nebulas, like Crab nebula, normal nebula, and planetary nebula. Now, how does planetary nebula looks like? The planetary nebula looks like green, and what? Its middle has just like an asteroid, but its middle has a small hole that is not called core. It's called a planetary nebula star. Okay. Now, white dwarf. All that remains is the dying core. A white dwarf is the Earth-sized star which slowly and fade becomes a cold dead black dwarf. That means the star is dead. It turns into the black dwarf and shapes into a Earth, our home Earth. Massive stars. Okay, stars over 8 times more massive than our sun, and that lives in strange and volatile ways. The heat and pressure inside the core becomes so great, and nuclear fusion can not only fuse hydrogen atoms together to form helium, but can fuse helium and larger atoms to create elements such as carbon or oxygen. As this takes place, the star swells into the largest of all, a supergiant. Okay, stars will be a supergiant. Star expands. I have tell you now, but it's another picture. When the star another time expands, then its same copies look like a protostar. Okay, the red supergiant. Look, this is like a protostar. I don't know what is called, and this is the star. Okay, but this is called the star, and this is another name. You know? No. This is a supergiant, red supergiant. The star has grown into a supergiant. Nuclear fusion carries on inside the core, forcing atoms together to form heavier and heavier elements until its star's core turns into iron. When this happens, the core no resists the crushing force of gravity and the whole star suddenly collapses, causing a catastrophic explosion, a supernova. Now, what is the supernova? Supernova looks like a not Earth outside sun, like a day sun, day sun. Look, now it's afternoon and you can look at on the sky. It is a sun. That shape is the supernova. The star self-destructs and explosion brighter than a billion suns. Its outer layers are blast into space, but its massive core continues to collapse on itself. What happens next depends on how massive a smaller core becomes. A neutron star, but massive core never stops collapsing. It shrinks until it's billions of times smaller an atom and becomes a black hole. Black hole? I will talk about it later. I will teach about it. Now I will teach about the neutron star. Up to 3 times heavier than a sun, yet just a few kilometers wide, neutron stars are unimaginably dense, fast spinning star. The neutron star looks like just copy what I will say, just copy like a protostar, but it's smaller, but it's not like color of protostar, but it's copy. What did I say? Now I will teach about black hole. You are imagining what is the black hole? What is about a black hole? The force of gravity close to the black hole is so intense that nothing can escape from it. Not even light, anything falling inside. It's turned apart by gravity, then crushed into a point infinitesimal. Okay, guys. Now you are imagining how does black hole looks like. Black hole looks like a spinning disk, but it's not. But that not spin. It's not hot. It's cold, and its middle is a black hole, and its color is blue, and something is like spinning disk. Look, I was telling about a fire pipe tomorrow about Starbucks, and that's a pin like yes. Okay, guys, bye guys. My topic is over now. Next Saturday I will talk about another teach. Okay, guys, bye.